As we get older, we start to like different TV shows, like cooking or home renovation, which we might not have been interested in before. Fixer Upper, with Chip and Joanna Gaines, is a perfect example of this change. Even though the show ended after 5 seasons, Chip and Joanna are still successful. They're starting the Magnolia network to make more interesting shows. Thinking about the classic Fixer Upper episodes shows incredible changes. But not all the homeowners ended up happy. It's surprising that many people didn't stay in their fixed-up homes for long, and there were problems after the cameras stopped rolling. So, where are these famous fixer-upper houses now? And why is it hard to sell them? Let's delve in. In this video, we will bring you all that you need to know about the homes from Fixer Upper. Let's delve in. If there's one thing that everyone knows about Joanna Gaines, it's that she loves the modern farmhouse interior design style. In fact, some might even say that Gaines popularized the style that has since taken over both Pinterest and the homes of Instagram influencers everywhere. But despite Gaines's penchant for shiplap and gather signs, in Season 2 of Fixer Upper, she and her husband tackled a home that was a far cry from their typical style. Specifically, the Gaines flipped the mid-century modern home for their friend Jill and Josh Barrett. The gorgeous home was the couple's first, and it seriously turned out perfect. The house went from unkempt and dated to totally cool, open and modern in a fresh yet retro way. The house from Fixer Upper is really famous, and there's a good reason why. Everyone enjoyed watching Chip and Joanna Gaines fix old houses and make them beautiful. It was exciting to see the changes that made everyone want to join in. The show kept us interested with pictures of how the houses looked before and after. But what happens after everything is finished and the owners move in? Let's find out what really happened to the houses from Fixer Upper. The show Fixer Upper started in 2013 and became very popular in the United States. It features Chip and Joanna Gaines, a married couple who are great at fixing up houses. Chip knows a lot about real estate and renovating, while Joanna is talented at making things look amazing. They were already known in Waco, Texas for their work. Because of their skills and how well they work together, they were chosen to have their own renovation show. HGTV saw how talented they were and asked them to make a new show. That's how Fixer Upper started, and it quickly became popular. People loved watching them change old houses into beautiful, practical, and family-friendly homes. One of the special things about the show was how Chip and Joanna could make homes that matched exactly what the owners liked and wanted. They really cared about each other, their kids, and the people they helped, which made every episode feel warm and nice. As the show went on, it also showed how beautiful Waco, Texas is, with its amazing views and old neighborhoods. This made more people want to visit Waco and get ideas for their own homes, turning it into a popular spot for anyone looking for inspiration and a new beginning. Chip and Joanna Gaines really loved what they did, and they always worked hard at it. People could see how much they cared and how happy they were making houses beautiful. The show wasn't just about decorating and selling houses, it was also about love and family, which made it really special. Starting in Waco, Texas, Fixer Upper became super popular all over the world. The Gaines family's Magnolia brand got bigger too, with a store, a magazine, and even their own TV channel about fixing up houses. Cameron and Jessie Bell own one of the smallest houses ever on Fixer Upper. It's called the Shotgun House. It was a big challenge, but Chip and Joanna Gaines did an amazing job, like always. The house used to be a mess, but now it's adorable thanks to the Gaines. It's just over 1,000 square feet. It was one of the few shotgun-style houses left in Waco, Texas, and the Gaines remembered that when they renovated it. Many people were surprised by the price it was listed for, $950,000, especially since it was appraised at $132,010, according to the Waco Tribune-Herald. That might be why the Bells couldn't sell it. They still host the Shotgun House on Airbnb, where you can stay for $284 per night. By the way, you can also stay in Chip and Joanna Gaines's other homes. It's not clear if the Bells plan to keep living in the famous house or rent it out indefinitely, but it's still a beautiful home. On Season 3 of Fixer Upper, Ken and Kelly Downs, who had just gotten married, found their dream home in the Three Little Pigs house, a cute cottage-style home in Waco. Chip and Joanna Gaines worked hard to make it beautiful, but since the Downs moved in, things haven't gone smoothly. In 2017, a car crashed into the house, causing a lot of damage. "It's like the Wild West here," Kelly told the Waco Tribune-Herald. She blamed the Gaines team, saying, "We've lived here a year and a half, and we feel deceived by the city of Waco and Magnolia Realty." The car crash wasn't the only problem for the Downs. They weren't happy with the neighborhood either. "This is a fixer-upper gone bad," Kelly said. "The house is on Airbnb, but it's listed under a different host, so it seems like the Downs either sold it or got a property manager." One of the most famous homes on Fixer Upper was the Barndominium. Then Chip and Joanna Gaines made it fancy, turning it into a comfy home with tall ceilings, big beams, and a cool farmhouse look. Lots of people liked it after they showed it on TV, and it ended up in magazines like Architectural Digest, Country Living, and Southern Living. In 2022, someone bought it for a huge $1.5 million, making it one of the priciest fixer-upper homes ever. Chris and Amy, the new folks who own the Barndominium, still love all the special things about the house. They've made some changes, like putting in a cool pool area, fixing up the garden, and getting a new roof. Plus, they're letting people rent it on Airbnb, so more folks can enjoy the Barndominium's charm. When they talked about it in 2023, Chris and Amy said they adore living there, and it's just right for their family. They really value the house's old stories and unique style, and they're happy to let others enjoy it too. Realtor reported that the original owners of Fixer Upper, Lexia and Todd Meek, had to leave Texas for work. Real estate investor Christy Bass bought the Barndominium and put it up for short-term rentals on VRBO, starting at $1,200 per night. But because of complaints from the neighborhood and city council decisions, Bass tried to sell the property, as the Waco Tribune-Herald reported. Now the house is listed on Airbnb under Bass's name with a much lower nightly price. Maybe she couldn't sell it, or maybe the city council changed its mind about renting it out. Either way, you can stay in the Barndominium for just $856 per night. All. On Season 4 of Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna Gaines did something really special. They renovated a houseboat for Brett Swartz, who wanted a cool place for himself and his kids. The boat, called the Double-Decker House, turned out amazing, and Swartz seemed really happy with it. When asked if he'd recommend the Gaines to a friend, Swartz was over the moon. "Yes, I would tell future clients to let go of expectations because it will far surpass whatever you can imagine," he said excitedly. "Just let Chip and Joe take the reins." It makes you want to hire Chip and Joanna Gaines for your own house, doesn't it? Also, it seems like Swartz still owns the famous houseboat because he's the host on Airbnb. It's $300 per night to rent, which is a good deal compared to other fixer-upper listings. And staying on a houseboat is definitely a unique experience. Most people on Fixer Upper are couples or families, but in Season 3, Bachelor Brett Ridley stole the show. He found his dream home, the Peach House, because of its size, big yard, and nearness to the lake. The house needed a lot of work, but Chip and Joanna Gaines made it modern and spacious. But Ridley's house wasn't the main focus of the episode. Chip quickly called him the most eligible bachelor in Waco, which made the episode even more popular. However, in 2017, Ridley's bachelor days ended when he got engaged to his girlfriend Rachel Rich. "I never thought I believed people when they said when you know, but when I met Rachel, I knew," Ridley said in an interview with KWTX. He also mentioned that they plan to move into his famous fixer-upper home. According to the VRBO listing, Ridley is still the owner, along with Rachel. On most episodes of Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna Gaines help homeowners renovate a house they can see themselves living in forever. But because of the show's success, sometimes homeowners rent out the space for money instead of living there. And sometimes they just sell the home, crushing the Gaines' dream of creating a forever home. That happened with Season 4's famous home, the Pickley Pear House, owned by the Severn family. It got a cool German smear update that gave the once traditional home a modern cottage feel. Mary Severn told Joanna Gaines in an interview for the Magnolia blog that she loved the final result. She said, "It was worth the wait to see the way Clint turned my family's bowling lane wood into our amazing kitchen island." By the way, here's what fans need to know about Clint from Fixer Upper. But the family sold the house, as reported by Realtor, and now someone else owns it, according to the home's Airbnb listing. Even though the Severns may not have liked it, you can stay there for just $312 per night. Apart from turning their popular HGTV show into a business empire with many ventures and stores, even a castle, Chip and Joanna Gaines flipping a house for a family member is probably the best proof of their excellent work. In Season 5 of Fixer Upper, they transformed the safe gamble house from plain and boring to stunning and fabulous with a mid-century style, all for Joanna's little sister and her husband Mary Kay and David McCall. The iconic home isn't listed on any vacation rental site, and it's not for sale either, so it's clear that it's the perfect home for the McCalls. In an interview for the Magnolia blog, Mary Kay said just that. "I have wanted JoJo and Chip to do a house for us since we first got married 13 years ago, so this was a dream come true," she said excitedly. "JoJo knows my style more than anyone, so I had complete confidence that she would design the perfect home for us." One of the most beloved renovations by Chip and Joanna Gaines on Fixer Upper was the fan favorite from Season 3, the brick house. The home already had lots of character and history, but the Gaines brought those elements out even more and added modern touches. However, the Kraft family, who bought the home, didn't stay there for long and decided to put it on the market. The third season's amazing house was put up for sale in 2019 and got sold in less than a month, as per House Beautiful. It's not a shock because the house was listed for a reasonable price, unlike a certain shotgun house with a nearly $1 million price tag. However, the person who bought the brick house seems to have bought it as an investment, as it's now available on Airbnb for only $214 per night. A great deal for a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. The second episode of Fixer Upper showcased a big but run-down house, and the change was amazing. It was called the Gorman House and was declared unsafe by the city of Waco, so fixing it up was a huge job for Chip and Joanna Gaines. But they did a fantastic job. After the makeover, the house looked perfect, with many classic and beautiful design features. Interestingly, it seems the original owners still own the house. Like many other fixer-upper houses, the Gorman House is available for short-term vacation rentals on VRBO. It's listed under the original owner, Charmaine Hooper, who bought it with her husband Chuck. The house has clearly been a good investment for them, even if they don't live there full-time. In Fixer Upper's 4th season, there was a house called the Plain Gray Ranch, but it was far from boring after Chip and Joanna Gaines worked their magic on it. When Melissa and Matthew Yieldings moved in, they fell in love with it. "I love the kitchen, living and dining area," Melissa told Joanna for the Magnolia blog. "It feels really peaceful." Realtor reported that the Yieldings bought the house in 2015 and put it on the market for $325,000 in 2017, just over 2 years later. However, even after dropping the price to $260,000 because it wasn't selling, it doesn't seem like it's been sold yet. But even though there haven't been any interested buyers, the Yieldings haven't tried listing the house on vacation rental websites. Maybe they've grown to love the house again and don't want to give it up, not even for a weekend. The TV show was really loved by fans because of the nice hosts and amazing changes they made to houses. It makes people think how small ideas and love can make a house feel like a home. The show ended in April 2018, but fans are still curious about what happened to the houses Chip and Joanna Gaines fixed up. So what happened to the houses from the show? Well, some families still live in them, enjoying the new look, but some have decided to rent them out or sell them. Apparently, lots of these homes have been sold for much more money than they were first put up for sale. On Season 4 of Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna Gaines found the Minty greenhouse, which had been empty for 15 years. It was a cute little house, but it needed a lot of fixing up. They changed the old green roof to a different green color, fixed the roof, windows and doors, and made the inside look amazing. They painted the walls white, put in nice wooden floors, and added fun colors. They also put in a brand new kitchen with fancy stuff like granite countertops. The Minty greenhouse was a big success story. It was first put up for sale at $599,000, but a couple from Waco, Texas, bought it for just $99,000 in September 2020 because they really liked its style. Now, in 2023, it's back on the market for $1 million. Lots of people wanted to buy it, but it finally got sold to some new owners who want to keep its old charm but add some modern stuff like smart home gadgets and solar panels. The Minty greenhouse is still a special part of Waco's neighborhood. The Shotgun House got really popular after the show when a couple made it into a great Airbnb. In 2023, they sold it for $1 million. The new owners, Sarah and John, love hosting people. They fixed up the house nicely but kept its old charm. Now it's a comfy place with family pictures and old stuff, perfect for guests. The first guests were a family of 4, and they loved the cozy feel and personal touches of the Shotgun House. Sarah and John gave them a friendly welcome, making their vacation special. After that, lots of guests came from all over the world. Sarah and John love sharing this old house and being a part of their guests' happy times. The Three Little Pigs house, built in 1890, was in bad shape before Chip and Joanna Gaines fixed it up. They made it look brand new but kept its old charm. After the show, a couple bought it and now rent it out on Airbnb. Families and friends love staying there because it's special and comfy. The Three Little Pigs house is famous as a top vacation spot and has also been featured in popular magazines like People and Southern Living. It shows off its charming design and important history. It's not just pretty to look at. It's also been used as a backdrop for lots of commercials and TV shows. In 2023, the Waco City Council made a big decision by calling it an important historic place. This special recognition shows that they respect its old stories and promise to protect its design for the future, making sure its history stays alive for years to come. The Baker House, a beloved favorite, got a makeover for P. Baker, a widow. Chip and Joanna Gaines made big changes, making it feel light and open. They also added a new bedroom, bathroom, and office. After the renovation, Baker moved in and loved her new home. But a few months later, she met Pastor Joe Finrock, an old friend. They fell in love and got married. Baker realized her new life was in Graham, Texas, where Finrock lived and worked as a pastor. In 2018, Baker sold her house and moved to Graham with her new husband. She liked the house and the memories, but felt it was time to start something new. The new owners made some small changes to the house but kept the main design. They enjoy its unique style and the fact that it was on Fixer Upper. Lots of people still visit the Baker House in Waco, Texas, especially fans of the show. The owners are okay with people taking pictures outside but want everyone to respect their privacy and not ring the doorbell. Finally, the Gorman House, built in 195, needed a lot of work when Chip and Joanna Gaines started. They fixed up everything, like the kitchen and bathrooms, and even put in a new porch. They also made sure to keep the old parts of the house nice. The changes were amazing, and soon the Gorman House was one of the best-loved homes on the show. Since the show, a couple bought the Gorman House and put it on Airbnb for rent. Now it's a favorite spot for both tourists and locals, showing off Chip and Joanna Gaines' style. The homes from Fixer Upper will always be special to fans, no matter who lives in them or how they change. Now, we want to hear from you fans. What do you think about the Fixed Upper homes? Tell us your thoughts, stories, and ideas in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more cool updates about his amazing car journey. Thanks for being here with us. See you next time. Bye!